And three. Hey everybody. Hey Emma.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, we're here with Emma today. And we're going to talk about the amazing transformation she has done in only like 31 days and what her clients has done after, starting working with me. Woohoo! Excited?
Yeah, of course I'm excited. I'm speaking to you. I'm always excited.
Okay, can you just tell everybody, because me and Emma, we started working together 5 weeks ago now, I think. Like literally the beginning of March 2018. I think you came the end of February, like the very end, and then we started, right?
Yeah.
So tell everybody, where were you? What did you sell? How much money did you make? What was your emotional state? What was going on at the time?
At the time, I was just building up some cash reserves, but at that time, it wasn't fully aligned with the clients. Like I was calling in clients, but it was hit or miss. Okay, so it was like maybe 2 out of every 4 were amazing, and the other thing that was no, hold on, I'll stay on the cash because I'll just go off on the tangent. And the other thing is that I gave birth in June. So I didn't start working again until the middle of October. So for me, I was in like this juggling act. I've only been really building my business in nap time since October, and slowly getting back into it with just like low level cash group offerings. I did like 2 of them. Then I took on 2 private clients before Christmas. I think I probably was dealing with some like extra baggage and fear around like, oh, I don't want to take on too much because I'm like, dealing with a baby and like trying to do everything. But like now I know I'm capable, thanks to you. And I'm not going to break. And yeah, things were just starting. I was just starting to get frustrated at the point of, for me, it was really like, I knew I had these gifts. I knew I had these abilities. I didn't know exactly what they were or how to position them in a way that was going to help my clients get insane results. Like I've had past clients, they got incredible results, but I didn't really know what I was doing.
Yeah.
That was having these results, this effect. So I couldn't really leverage it as my thing. And then I was just like adding on, doing all this other stuff, thinking, oh, I have to do this and this and stuff that I really just didn't want to do. Like for me, it was all that like funnel tech stuff. Like I hate all that. Even when I think of it, it's like.
So, and I also know you charge what, 7.5 for 6 months?
Oh my God, like really? Was that what I was?
You told me that.
Wow. So yeah, I mean, that seems like insane now. And we've only been, and well, like I said this before we got on this call, that it feels like I've been working with you months. But yeah.
And you also, I remember in your application, you also told me that you made 10K cash and then you make 20K cash, but it was inconsistent.
Yeah.
Right. And I think you also said like 27,000 was your highest sales month ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell everybody what has happened in 4 weeks.
Scheisse. 4 weeks. I think the most exciting thing for me is one, like the cash has been incredible, but it's like working with these clients that I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I work with these clients because that for me really lights me up. Like I feel totally energized after I get off the call with them. I'm energized when we're like texting on Messenger and stuff like that. And then they get insane results. Like, I mean, I wish I wrote the numbers down in front of me, but one of them just sent me a message and she's done just under 58K in 4 weeks sales. And it's like 30 something cash. Mm-hmm. That is like, oh, that's the best. That is
the best.
Because I'm doing similar in my business, like big cash months, big sale months now. And my clients are getting the insane results as well because I care about their results, like, of course.
Yeah. So what happened with your clients before?
So, I mean, one of them is actually a client who I used to work with last year. and she stopped working with me, and that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because things definitely, anyway, so before, the clients that I was working with, they were coming to me for like the wrong things, because I didn't really know what was making me different, and they just weren't getting the results, because I wasn't clear what I was about.
Yeah.
So it was just hit or miss. That's the only way I can describe it. It was just hit or miss.
And that's, by the way, that's like how so many people are doing it. They have like one or two people that just takes off, and just all the rest are just not.
Yeah.
And that's what we're making conscious. So we're making sure that everybody's taking off, and why the people that takes off, right?
Yeah.
Because you also have to tell everybody this. You were really scared, by the way, when you invested. She was really scared.
I was crapping myself.
Crapping her panties, but she was also scared because I asked Emma, who do you want as your client, obviously? And then she pointed out a couple of people, and one of them were her last coach, multiple six-figure coach, right?
Yeah.
And she was also really, really scared talking to this person, as in positioning yourself as her coach and actually making sales. But how was that for you when you actually did that? Because I remember you were like, I was like making her push the button, and she pushed the button.
Yeah, well, I said, oh my God, for anyone who's seen that Tony Robbins movie, I Am Not Your Guru, it's exactly like that scene where he gets that woman to stand up and take her phone out of her pocket and text the guy that she no longer wants to date. And everyone is watching, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe she's making me do this. And I like pressed send and like threw the phone practically to the other side of the room. And I was like, oh my God. That's what it was like. But it's like, that's the discomfort that's necessary. Like, I see that now. It's like, it's totally necessary.
Yeah. Well, what happened? You got on the phone with her and...
Oh, I got on the phone, and then she actually said, I feel like I'm stealing from you. This is so incredible. Like, how can I pay? Like, this should be double. And I was like, shit.
So this is so important, because, when Emma came to me, or when you came to me, she had no clue that these people could be her clients, like in 2 weeks or 3 days.
And that they admired me. That was the other thing. And you helped me realize that they were already like, how the F is she doing that? Like, over there, like the Facebook Live thing, the visibility strategy, the communication stuff. How is she selling using Facebook Live and doing what she's doing? And she's got an 8-month-old baby, and she only works 2 hours a day. Like, they were just like, I don't understand.
And that's so important to know, because everybody have people around them right now that admires them, that they don't think that's amazing people. And then we try to market, but we completely ignore all the sales or all the people that's around us that can be amazing. Because what has your client done, and how do you like working with this new client?
So one of these clients, she's already got, like, she's very well established in business. Like I said, she's gonna close in on $1 million in sales in less than 3 years. Like, she knows her shiz. She's really good at what she does. So she's got all this like mindset stuff in place. Like, she knows what she's got, and she's also got that energy. She's like focused, a go-getter. You tell her what to do and she does it. And I think that's amazing. Like, that's just like a dream client who like takes the action, listens to what you say, and she's open as well. Like, she's open to the process. She's open to change.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
But that's just, if you don't think about the results she's got, but she's gotten great results now.
Oh yeah.
But everybody just starts a client which listens to you, do not question you, are drama free, are open and willing, and that's what you got, right?
Yeah, and it's the only way that they're going to get the results. It's like, they have to really put their faith and trust as well in you, in like, like, this is what you got to do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. They go and do it, they implement, and then it happens.
Yes. And how has her number changed?
Her number has changed. Aside from there's a huge mindset shift, for her, like in her rate. So she's put up her rate. Like, I mean, one of the first things she did was, in less than 2 weeks, of working together, she signed 3 brand new clients at 17.5K. 2 were cash, 1 was payment plan. She cut loads of these low-level programs that she knew she had to go, that had to go. And I think she's not the only coach out there in this industry now who wants to let go of all the low-level stuff. Them, you know, like all those. She was on the cusp of like working out how she was going to shift 200 places at 997, and I was basically like, stop the insanity. You know, like she was going down that road of like implementing all this stuff, and it was draining the life out of her. So that's created, being able to cut away all that stuff that was draining her has given her this complete new focus. It's higher level. She's starting much new higher level, like mastermind stuff. And she's opened up to the idea that she's worthy of these incredible high level clients as well, who are going to pay her top rate. And she's hired a publicist. She's like working on getting on TEDx and all the press and all this stuff that she never really, I knew she always wanted to do, but she was like, oh, I don't know if it's for me.
Yes, and the fantastic thing that Emma or you know, literally didn't know what it is that she was so good at on both sides. She literally couldn't see it, and she couldn't see the client that was the perfect match for them, and that they were right around the corner. But when she saw that, that's literally what we did. When she saw that, it was just, oh, of course I can find my coach. And I obviously showed her why in the way she admired you, so you could see too, you know, change your perception. It's all about, in this for Emma, why she made all this cash, it's all about her. She's changed her position in her own brain, meaning what she was worth, but not only that, what you could do. Because when you know that 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 you're the best, you know, that transcends the fear, right? You were scared, but you were also like, but God damn it, I'm undercharging. Click, 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 click. And it needs to be done, right?
Yeah, like it had to be done. It like, oh my gosh, when you said that I was charging 7.5.
Because you were charging 7.5 and you raised your fee to 18,000. You got $18,000 in full from your previous coach.
Yeah.
You were also planning to do this like low, and you know, you also did this like low end groups for $500 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know, we're not doing that anymore. And you did $8,000 group program for 3 months, right? With people appropriate for the group, because
people that I really wanted to work with. Yeah, and these two of those 4 clients have been with me since before Christmas. So like, there are people that I really want to work with as well. You know, keep working with.
But it's also so good because you can see when you structure what's appropriate for people that needs to be in a group versus private, it makes your life easy. You know, that was the whole point of it. And you close $57,000 cash in a month and $65,000 in sale. Has it even like realized yet?
Yeah, it's crazy. When I was looking at my accounts though last night, I was like, oh, I need to tell Charlotte that I looked at my sales since like my sales total since January, obviously, like, and I don't even think I took anything in January. It's 72K. I don't think I've told you that, but there's more. There was more sales in there that I didn't.
Yeah, of course.
Till I was doing my accounts. In total, it's 72K in sales since like actually the end of January, like beginning of Feb.
Yeah, which is fantastic because she also said to me when she came to me like, anything above 27 is like mind blowing. I have no idea how to do that. Like, you remember that?
Yeah, and my brain is like rewired now. Like,
yes, right?
No, like it's really that's crazy. Like, to me, it's like the numbers that we talk about now. If we were talking about this 6 months ago, I would have been like, no, there's no way that's like, I have a baby. How could I do that? That would have been my thing.
Yeah. And she have a baby, everybody. A little baby for like 8 months old or whatever, right?
Yeah. And it's full on. Like, that's really like my, you know, I have like a nanny who looks after him while I do my calls like this and stuff like that. But that's only 2 days a week. So the rest of the time I'm like full time.
Mom. Yeah. And you bought yourself a purse. She didn't have a paycheck when she came, you see. She's like, there was like literally nothing. And now, do you have it?
It's downstairs.
Oh, okay. But she literally bought herself a designer kind of purse.
Yeah, I bought myself a Celine wallet. It's the most I've ever spent on a wallet in my life. It was like $910. And I was like, because you know what, energetically for me, a wallet is like very symbolic as well.
Yes.
I always change this. I was going to say I always change my wallet, but this was like a serious upgrade. I was like, this new cash needs a brand new home, and it's in the shape of Celine.
I love it. All right. So tell everybody, what have you tried to do to change this before you came to me, obviously?
Well, I thought you were insane when I saw one of your videos. I was like, and I told you this, I was like, this bitch is crazy. I gotta speak to her. I was like, no way, this is insane. And I said to you as well, I'm like really obsessed with like your Scandinavian Viking type spirit, which is good for me. I need that. But yeah, I was just like, there's no way. And I think that's because to me, it just seems like this was not reachable. Like this was like out of my reach, out of my grasp. And it was like so uncomfortable. Like when we were speaking, I told you I almost fainted in the supermarket after I like paid the first part of the payment. I was like, oh, Charlotte, I can't breathe. I don't know what's happening. You know, because I had tried all the other stuff, the funnels and everything, but there was definitely this piece that had to change. This really nailing down and getting super specific about my exact gifts on how I help people. And now I know, like, I can see what needs to change, their communication, all that stuff. I see that that's like, it's priceless now.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, the other thing is like, there are people who are in my group program now who signed up for the group, and because I did an intensive, the 1 hour session, one of the women have said to me that it was worth it alone just for that 1 hour session. If that was all she got for 8K, it was worth it, just that 1 hour. Because she spent, I think she's been 3 years trying to work out like where she fits in, her gifts, her communication, all of that, like to make it clear. And I was able to do that in an hour. And I would never have realized that I could just do that. Something that's so easy for me.
Yeah.
And charge a premium for that.
Fantastic. Woo! Yes. So what would I think the last question I'm going to ask you, no, two last questions. Why do you think I'm different as a mentor compared to everything you tried? And what do you recommend for anybody that's watching this, either thinking about going to Miami or that's thinking about going to Miami?
Oh my God. Like, people have to go to Miami. I'm like the most excited person ever about Miami. What can I say? Like, you'd literally be insane not to go, not to do it, or not to like venture down the path and see what it's all about. Because I've invested a lot since I started my online business 4 years, like a lot. I mean, whoa. So, but by far, this has been the best one. And you said that to me on the call. You're like, just tell your accountant this is going to be the best. Because I was like, my accountant's going to kick my ass. Just tell her it's going to be the best investment of your life. I was like, okay. But it has been so far. So yeah, and it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's a no-brainer, right? It's like if you don't truly and fully understand what makes you unique, what makes you different, how to position yourself correctly as an expert, so you're stop seeing as like what you said to me as well is like that idea of like coming across as being a fan when you reach out to people you want to work with. Like, no. Like, so it's really like they just have to do it. Like, God, beg, steal, and borrow cash.
I agree.
Get a credit card, get whatever, speak to your granny, sell your car, whatever needs to happen.
What do you think? What do you think is the biggest difference from what you received here versus the other people you received from? As in, what do you think is the difference with what you have experienced so far? Made the biggest impact too.
It's really that my difference is the moneymaker. Like, my gifts are and that's like not other coaches can't see that, because it's like they have one strategy that's worked for them and maybe worked for like 50% of their clients. So you're like hit or miss, right? It's like it may not work for you, because the other stuff, like I have never booked a high-end sale from a funnel, like from an email sequence. Never. Like I did that in the early days when I was doing, like when I started off and my packages were like less than 2K. Like it's, you can sell it in that way, but like you can't do high end that way. It just doesn't, people don't want to be funneled in high end programs. So you have to do it in a completely different way.
That's fantastic. I think everyone is watching that, just re-listen to that 3 sentences like 10 times, because that kind of sums it up.
Yeah.
That kind of sums it up. Is there anything else you want to share with everybody? Very good.
Just come to Miami and we can just like party and
we can party. Yeah.
Well, party. I mean, party as much as we can.
Party. Amazing breakfast. You love it. I picked everything out.
Oh my God, yes. Yummy. Breakfast is very important.
And lunch.
And coffee. Breakfast and coffee and lunch.
I'm gonna get your coffee.
And it's like, you know, in the Ritz in Coconut Grove. Hello. And I'm leaving my husband in charge of my baby. So, and that was a big leap for me as well. Like for anyone watching, like really uncomfortable. I was like, no, this is insane. I can't leave. He's like still nursing. But I'm just like, we're making it happen. It's like, you know, doing what needs to happen so I can just like have these 4 days away, because it's like, I need it too. And this is a stretch for me. So if people say, I can't do it, I'm like yeah. I'm like, you know, I believe in this process and I believe in the work we're doing. So that's why I'm like getting my ass there.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Emma.
Thank you.
Woo. Okay.